three-dimensional space. That's why there are three. That's why I was telling you that I had a locution out of nowhere, that's why there are three, that it's a side effect of a four-dimensional God in three-dimensional space. That's what I said to you. And I spoke
Why do you stop at 4?
Why
do you stop at 4, not 5?
Because that's adjacent to ours. It has adjacency to our three-dimensional space, right? So he's slightly
So
offset.
does the ontology have to be the same?
Look, here, I'm talking to you that a four-dimensional God in three-dimensional space would appear to be at least two gods, from our perspective.
Why can't he be 5? 4 seems arbitrary.
No, because there's one slice in each on the W plane, right? That's why you have a father and you have a son, right?
Where does the spirit lie?
But that's not the way it works exactly.
But where does the spirit lie?
He actually bridges the gap, and that's the way that's the way Christianity describes the Spirit of God, Holy Spirit.
Where'd you get this from?
That was always our understanding.
Yeah, I'm asking.
That he extends the reach of the Father, who cannot enter three-dimensional space, because you would see a three-dimensional shadow or an image that's three-dimensional but transparent. And that's what physics says. So we were talking about it, I said, there's too many coincidences here. And they said, well, in 4D space, you would be able to see through and around all 3D objects, and you would be able to see all of them simultaneously, which describes what God can do, right? So I said, sounds like a coincidence to me. He said, well, maybe not really. Who knows? So maybe they didn't explain it in those terms back then because they couldn't understand it. But that's how one 4D object could be. You'd have two. It's a continuum, really, but it could be two slices of a 3D. You know what I'm saying?
Dominic, what's your point?
I'm trying to say to you that maybe the Trinity is not so crazy after all.
Yeah, but the problem is your entire argument talks about the modal existence of their nature.
No, it's not, because they're in parallel. I mean, there's a lot of talk about four-dimensional space now with...
Dominic, Habibi, I listened to you attentively. Just give me a second. The problem is your entire set of words and sentences and statements are really irrelevant, because you were going ahead and speaking about their modal ontology insofar as whether they're material, whether they're not, whether they exist in a 3D form or not. That talks about their modality of existence. That does not touch on, one second, that does not touch on their identity, which is the subject of dispute. Okay, so
that's not a problem either, because we see those models in nature and computer science.
So whether they exist in a physical, metaphysical, material, immaterial, spiritual format, that does not take away that the identity claims still remain the same.
What is God made of? Can you describe the anatomy of God, the physiology, atomic structure? Like, what is it? Energy, matter? Like, what is it? I don't think
God is made of anything that's created.
Is God made of?
But I mean,
what are you saying?
What is he made of? What is, like, is he energy? Is he light? Is he matter? Like, what is he?
Are you asking about the quiddity?
I'm asking you, like, what is God? Like, as like, what
the
intelligence?
You're asking me about the oneness of his essence, right?
Yeah, like what? Yeah, like what kind of molecule is he made out of? Spiritual molecule.
Stop asking like such a blasphemous question.
I'm asking you to think like what.
Okay,
God is something, right? So like, what is he made of?
Okay, number one, I don't think God is made of stuff. That's number one. Okay, do I think there is a fundamental substance that's divine that makes God God? Yeah, sure. But are we talking about that right now? No.
Okay, but you're saying that God is something, right? You're saying God is something.
Of course, God is something. He's not. He's not.
Well, therefore, he has to have some kind of substance.
I already conceded to that. I said, yeah.
Right. Okay. So, like, what is it? We can say that it's a theoretical
don't know. I'm not God.
X, right?
Dude, that's impossible for anybody to know.
Right.
We're not God.
Right. Okay. So.
Okay. So, can we please discuss the identity claims?
So then, why is that the identity? What you're made of is not your identity.
No, what you're made of, what your identity is the culmination of your characteristics plus your essence combined.
Let me say this. Okay. Suppose God were made of a spiritual molecule, a divine molecule, let's say.
Dominic, stop talking about atomism. Mereology.
Let's say that God was made up of a molecule or an atomic element, let's say.
Dominic, speak in abstract terms. You don't need to make a reference to the material world. This is not mereology.
You need to try to visualize it. You're not visualizing it in your head.
I don't
That's
need
your
to because
problem.
we're talking about abstract identities right now.
Okay, that's fine. You want to stay abstract? There are
Yeah,
three
of course.
instances of type X.
Okay.
The
And
type
are
is
those,
God.
okay, cool.
The identity is not
Three,
God. The
three,
type
three
of,
instances of type X. Cool.
yeah.
Are each X identical to each other?
No, the instance itself is not the other instance.
Okay.
That's what makes
Is
it
each
unique.
X identical to the type?
Sorry?
You said you have three instances of type X.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you just put like a variable in there? Father, Son, Spirit. What are the type?
An instance would
They're all
be,
godly?
an instance is a copy, a
Yeah.
clone.
Okay.
A
So the Father
a
has the same
symmetric
divine
clone, a
essence as the
synchronized,
Son.
symmetric. Think of it that way.
They have the same divine essence as each other, correct?
They are made of the same thing, whatever it is.
Okay. Okay. No problem. Do they have the same properties?
Properties, look, you're trying to reduce God to, they have the same
Can I just get a yes or no?
capabilities.
Do they have the same
Capabilities. I wouldn't
properties?
say properties. Capabilities, better word.
Your capabilities derive from what properties you possess. Let's be serious, please. Do they share the same characteristics and attributes?
You're going to have to give me an example in context because you're saying,
Is the
give me
Father
attributes
begotten?
that you attribute to God that,
I'm
don't
giving you.
apply
I'm
to
giving you.
humans.
Is the Father all-knowing?
No.
Excuse me.
Do you mean in terms of all future events? You want my opinion or do you want the doctrinal opinion?
I'm just asking if God knows everything.
Everything, all knowledge or all future events? You have to be specific when you talk. I mean,
I'm asking if God knows all possible things, including future, past, present.
okay. You want my personal opinion or what the church says?
I'm hoping that you say the same thing, actually.
The church opinion is that
No,
God can see all future
not the
outcomes.
church. You. I want you.
The church says, no, my opinion,
Yeah.
that causes problems. If you have a God that can see the future, it creates a paradox.
Okay, forget all-knowing. Is God all-loving, according to you?
Yes, in theory, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
So the
Jesus
Father is
is. I mean,
all-loving?
Jesus has been, it appears to be so.
Okay. The Father is all-loving?
He wouldn't appear to be so in the Old Testament, would he? Let's just get it. Let's get to the truth, right?
What properties
Does the Old Testament God appear to be loving in the Old Testament? I would say no.
I would say yes. Does the Father...
No.
Sure, we're going to disagree on that. Does the Father share any property that the Son also has?
Yeah, they have divine capabilities.
Okay,
They can
what does that
violate
mean?
natural law at will. Both of them.
So they're both all-powerful.
Yeah, omnipotent. Yeah.
Okay,
They both have
cool.
equal
There we
power.
go. We came to an agreement finally. So you said they both share the same divine essence. I asked you, okay, but
They don't share. They don't share it. They're made of the same.
They're made
essence.
of the same
They're
divine
made of the
essence.
same molecule, the same divine spiritual
fine.
molecule. They're made of it. Yeah.
That's perfectly fine. Okay. Now I asked you if they're identical to each other insofar as identity. You asked me for an example. The Father is all powerful. The Son is all powerful. Cool.
The fact that they're not each other is the uniqueness. They're just numerically numbered 1 and 2.
Is person number 1 and 2 identical with each other? Father and Son, are they identical with each other or not?
They are clones. If I have 2 identical jackets in my closet, they're not the same jacket.
If they are clones, is the Father begotten?
No.
Is the Son begotten?
Eternally begotten, meaning uncreated.
So now the Son, who is somehow a clone, has an extra property the Father doesn't has.
Which is what? Which is what? The properties and how they function. There's an active passive loop there.
The Father is not being eternally generated. There you go. They're not clones.
It's a passive. That's correct. He's
doesn't
getting
matter.
a passive feedback.
It's still a distinction.
No, but that's not them. That's the linkage between them. That's not them
Which is
per
emanating
se.
from the Father to the Son, not both ways, correct? Because it's the Father who's generating, not the Son. It's an asymmetrical
The Father
relation.
generates, but the Son feeds back into him. There's a passive. It says
That's perfectly fine.
generated.
But is the Son generating the Father?
No.
Correct.
But without
So it's a one-way relation.
But without
So
the
it's a
Son, the
one-way
Father
relation.
can't.
So the Father, one second. So the Father has a distinctive feature different than that of the sun. So they're not clones. There you go.
No, they are
Clones
clones.
don't have distinctive features. Clones are the
They
same.
are. Listen,
Yeah, clones.
you can say that the Son generates the Father, but it's on the return circuit.
Okay.
What does that mean? Dominic, who created
Listen,
your God?
the reason why Christ exists, I'll tell you why.
Dominic, wait, Dominic, who
His
created
own,
your
his
God?
own, his own mind created him.
Dominic, who created
No,
your
because
God?
he can't perceive himself.
Yeah, but who created your
The
God,
Father
Dominic?
He
cannot perceive
cannot
himself
perceive
without
himself.
Christ.
Yes,
okay?
we agree. Can the Son perceive himself?
Perceive. He can't see himself. He
perceive.
can't hear himself. Perceive.
Okay,
He would be all
Dominic,
alone in a black room. You know, he's like, who am I talking to?
does he
Talking to
does he
thin
know
air.
you exist?
Who?
You. Does the Father know you exist?
I imagine so. Yeah, all present.
Does he know you will exist tomorrow?
My personal opinion.
Of course.
What this guy says my
personal opinion is that he doesn't know, or that if he can, he won't look.
Yo,
Because I'll tell you why. I'll tell you
Wallahi,
why.
I'm like in
If
so
God
much
could
pain,
look into
dude.
the future, hold on. If
I'm
God
in
could
so
look
much
into the
pain,
future,
like medical pain, bro. I can't
okay,
even tolerate
I'm going to
this.
show you why you're wrong.
Can I shock you more?
If
Can I
God
shock you
could
more?
look into the
Listen.
future, hold on, instead of laughing and showing your stupidity, if God could look into the future, could he change it?
Whatever action he
If God
decides to
saw a
commit
future event, could he act to change that future event?
I'm saying what you're saying is redundant. The
Can he?
change
No, he
would be
can't.
the
Hold it.
the
If
act.
God looks into the future and sees
don't
that somebody's
interrupt.
going to blow
Sir,
up some
sir,
building,
sir,
can he
sir,
stop it?
I don't have the ability to mute you, so just please don't interrupt. Hold on a second. I'm saying what you're saying is redundant. It's repetitive.
Well, no.
It's tautological.
No, you won't even go there because you know you're going to hit the paradox, okay?
Yeah, habbo. Just hold on.
What's wrong with
Because
you? Don't you think?
everything's wrong with me. Everything's wrong with me. I'm like, not mentally there. Everything's wrong with me.
You don't have any critical thinking skills. If God
I
could see the
don't.
future,
I don't. So just let me finish though. Okay. Look, I'm saying whatever God is going to quote unquote change, he already knows about that action that he's going to go ahead and implement. So there is no actual change of mind taking place. It's just something that God already pre-planned to do, that he already
so
saw.
then why? So then, okay. So in other words, he's pre-planned everything going into all future. So what's the point? Where does he get his motivation from? I mean,
I'm not
what's the
gonna lie,
point?
this guy has-
None of us, we're not in control. We have no free will.
Because
then.
this guy has
Then we don't have free will.
You mean what makes God do what he does?
You're saying that everything is predetermined
Yeah,
and unchangeable. That's what you're saying,
yes,
basically.
in a certain manner, correct.
Well, then what's the point of doing anything then?
What do you mean?
You're
I
not in
believe we
control
have
of your own
free
destiny.
will. I'm not.
You're saying
I'm not
everything's
believing.
predestined.
I don't believe in determinism.
So that means we don't have any free will then?
No, I don't think.
You see how you
that's
just
mutually
contradicted
exclusive.
yourself?
No.
I told you, man. He's got triple hat on free will, man.
You're saying that all
I do it,
future
man.
events are known and that is what God intended. So if I don't become a Muslim, God wanted it that way.
I knew he had triple hat on free will, man. Look, when it comes to will,
If God can see the future,
what he wills.
then he's unable to change it. Because if he can change it, then the first thing that he saw was invalid.
no,
That's the paradox.
There's going to be a difference between what he wills versus what.
No, he doesn't create a new timeline every time he changes things. Okay?
No,
if God looks into the future and sees something bad happening, if he can't act to change it, because then his first view would have been invalid.
Yeah,
Sounds like a Razi type of stuff, man.
Does that make sense? No, you see, you guys don't think.
I told you he has triple hat on.
See, you laugh at me, but you have never thought 2 steps ahead. If God can see the future and a bad thing is going to happen, he's powerless to change it, because if he does change it, then the future that he saw was not the accurate future. So in other words, you're saying that God can't change the future.
Why are you screaming?
If he can't do it, he's not God then.
Why are you screaming?
Because you
Kick you. Stay calm.
no, I'm just saying,
no,
look,
I can
God
crack a joke,
insults
bro.
me. He insults people.
He
What did I
does.
say?
I do understand you.
doesn't.
I think you're stupid.
Nobody insulted you. Nobody insulted
Except for
When I said to you that he doesn't know, or I hope he doesn't know, you laughed at me.
That's not an insult.
So
You
the
told
thought
me
that
you
I'm
don't have
telling you, it
critical
never
thinking.
occurred to you. It never occurred to you.
Wait, Dominic, watch this, Yaqub. Dominic, quick question. Do you believe
Yeah.
that God created space and time?
No,
No, they existed with him from eternity.
Okay, you want me to believe that something exists inside nothing.
Dominic,
And without
is God,
time ticking, he can't
just
do anything.
before I leave, is God corporeal?
No,
Okay, where is he right now?
he's in a fourth dimensional realm
So he's
and
somewhere.
offset from this three-dimensional space, just
Yeah, cool.
adjacent to it.
So is he somewhere?
That's my theory. Yes, he is somewhere.
Okay, cool. Okay, does God have a form?
No, it's not corporeal. Jesus Christ has a form, allegedly.
He's somewhere, but doesn't have a form. Anyhow, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
You know what? You guys haven't thought your stuff through.
You're right, man.
You
I'm
have
just
not thought
like an
it through.
idiot.
And what you do is you
I'm a
kick people
barbarian. I'm
out.
mentally backwards. Sorry, bro.
God know when
Your God exists in nothing. How can a something exist outside the universe?
Yo, Dominic.
Wait for my brother Umar. Let him ask him your question. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Umar.
Dominic, does God know when you're going to go to the toilet next?
I'm telling you. I'm
He's a
asking you, does he
Japanese.
know the future?
Yeah, I'm asking you, does he know that when you're going to go to the toilet?
Don't you think if God knew, don't you think it would demotivate him? If he knew, if everything was predetermined, don't you think it
What do
would
you
be
think?
a
What do you
big
think God is like
demotivator?
training for the freaking like world championships or something? What is that even supposed to mean? Does God know when you're going
If
to?
you knew, okay, let me ask you this.
Can you answer
If
my
I could
question?
tell you, hold on. If I could tell you to look into the future and you would see the date that you die, would you look?
Question: Does God know?
Would you look? If you had the capability to see into the future and you might see the day that you die,
There's no if
would
I
you
have the
look to know
capability.
the
I
day that
don't
you
have the
die?
capability. I don't have the capability.
Okay, but what if you did? What if you knew the day that you were going to die?
There is no what if I did. I don't have.
I'm
the
asking you. Would you
Would I still
look?
be
Yes or
motivated?
no?
Yeah, of course I would. I was.
You
still
want to know the day
I
that
would
you're going to
still-
die?
I would still want to experience. I would still want to experience life. What the hell?
You want to
You're
know
acting
the
as if
day
God-
that
you're
you're
acting
going to
as if God's
die?
gonna
No one
die.
would want to know that.
You're acting as if God is gonna die or something. Are you okay?
No, but you're saying, I'm saying to you, if you look into the future and know, would you look and see the day that you're going to die? Or that
Well, wait.
somebody you love is going to,
Would you rather exist or not exist?
I would rather not know.
You'd rather not.
I would rather not
look,
know.
I'll tell you what. If I had that capability, as long as I know I can slap you in the face, I'll look forward to it.
If you were to look into the future and saw your own death coming, you would want to know the day that you died? Can you imagine going through life knowing that you're going
Yeah.
to die in a year? I mean, who would want that?
as long as I can slap you in the face. Yeah.
You know what? Sorry, guys, but you're not very bright, okay?
Bro, just answer the question.
They will say that God knows every future event, but that's problematic, okay?
Dominic, he asked you a question. Does God know before you go to toilet? Does he know that you're going to toilet?
According to your religion, yes.
You, according to you.
According to Muslim, yes.
According to you.
No, according to me, no, he doesn't know. Or if he knows, he's not going to look.
So your God knowledge depends on your action?
What's the point of you existing if you can't change
Is your
the
God
future?
knowledge
What's
depends
the
on your
point?
action? Is your God knowledge depends on your action?
You know what, guys? I'm getting a sore throat here.
Bro, answer the
Okay.
question, man. Is your God knowledge depends on action?
Yo, guys.
First of all, your sentence doesn't even make sense. Is your God knowledge depend? What are you saying there?
Is your God knowledge, which from eternity depends on your action?
Who's that? Present action? A past action? What?
If you do not,
he's worse than a Qadri, bro. He's worse.
yeah,
Could
yeah,
somebody please rephrase the question, please? I don't understand your question.
I don't think he's bright, just as he called us.
Exactly.
Do you
No,
understand
what?
the question?
Listen to me.
Okay, Dominic, let me simplify. So now, and does God know the action? Bro. I muted you a million times and you keep unmuting yourself. Dominic, listen.
Yeah.
Before you make an action, like you requesting to join us, did God know that?
Does God
You
know
need
that
to
I'm
make
going to
the
do
action.
that? Right.
Let me
Does he
finish
have-
my question.
right.
Let me finish my question. Or do you have to make the request first here on TikTok, then he will acquire that knowledge?
I'm asking, what does your religion say? Your religion says that he knows everything that will happen.
In you. I already know my
Do
religion.
I
what
believe
says.
it?
I'm asking you.
Do I believe it? I believe, yes, he can see it, but that he doesn't look.
now you're changing your mind.
I'm saying that it's possible to foresee a future event if you're above that dimension, right? As you would be like in a helicopter above a parade, theoretically. But I'm saying that could be very deadly if you keep looking forward. Okay? And that's theoretical. I'm not saying to you that it is possible. I personally don't believe that it is.
Here's another question. I really want to know what you believe.
I
So
personally
do you
don't believe that it is.
No worry,
Yeah, go
Dominic.
ahead.
Do you believe God needs motivation to make an action or to take an action?
What is God's motivation, period? I mean, why would he create a creation that he can't interact with according to your religion? What satisfaction would he get out of creating people that he could not
Islam is not
interact
going to
with?
save you. I want to know your belief. Answer me. What do you think?
My belief?
Do you think
my belief is
Yeah, from your
irrelevant?
belief.
My belief is irrelevant. Right? What I believe that God would be bored out of his skull. You know? That's my belief.
Ayub, can
God
you
gets
ask him?
bored.
Ayub, don't worry about it. Can you ask him some quantum physics questions?
I don't think he knows these.
Imagine
Well,
that
just
you
two
were
questions.
God. Imagine
One
that you
second.
were
Okay,
God. Why would you
I'll
create?
ask you-
Okay,
I'll ask you-
imagine
look,
you're
Dominic,
God.
Dominic.
Why would you create?
We got your point about the God knowledge.
Simple
Don't worry about
question.
it. Yeah.
Basic
quantum
question.
physics.
What is the unit? What is the unit we use to measure? Right. Listen. To measure the energy of an electron when he moves from an orbit to an orbit.
I don't know, okay? Don't start throwing this physical crap on me, okay? You want to talk about Planck time and this or that.
But you said,
I didn't say
Compatible that
Planck.
somebody
I didn't
with
say
you,
Planck.
you studied physics
say Planck.
and you believe in Islam.
you did
Don't you
so.
see that?
You did.
How,
Dominic, you
because
studied
I
physics, yeah?
studied physics, I believe in Islam. It is actually the other
Do
way
you
around.
do you think that they studied physics in Muhammad's day? Do you think that they had that kind? Do you think they have
No.
the scientific knowledge that? Do you think that they had the knowledge that you have
No,
now?
they did not. No,
They would
did
laugh
not.
at you. No, they
They would not
themselves,
laugh at
if they had your knowledge, they would not believe in what they believe in. What if they had
I
your
don't agree with
knowledge?
you, brother.
Ayub,
know.
ask him about mathematics.
They
ask
would
him
not
about mathematics.
believe. my friend.
Mathematics?
Yes. Wait.
Okay.
You have knowledge
let me
of the
see, let me
universe and physics that they didn't
Wait,
have.
Dominic, you told us previously that you have studied physics and mathematics. I want to check your knowledge. Go ahead.
Look,
Yeah.
I'm not.
By
a
the way,
physicist.
to answer the original question, it's called electron volt and it's negative, right? It's negative.
You see that? And
And
how can you believe? How can you believe in physics and Islam? You don't see a
Mm-hmm. I don't
problem
believe in
there.
physics. I don't look. I don't believe in physics.
So then, what
I
do
believe
you
in
mean you
Islam,
don't
but I
believe
don't
in it? You
believe
believe
in
what? It's imaginary. Like what? I mean,
Define the word believe. I think you're using it wrong here.
I have no idea about this.
the knowledge that you have. Do you believe that that's
no,
compatible
what is
with your
believe?
God?
Well, of course, yes.
The
100%.
knowledge that you have, the intricate, advanced knowledge that you have, do you believe that's compatible with a God who just says, I created this on 6 days, and
Yes, I do.
then you're compartmentalizing. You're
No, I'm not.
compartmentalizing. yes,
him-
you
ask
are.
him
Because
about
you know what? No one would do that.
Ask him about mathematics, Ayub.
Mathematics.
He's
Okay.
diverting.
You
Yeah.
ask me about
Okay,
mathematics.
what is the Cauchy equation for measuring the third degree of any triangle? What is the equation? This is
What
geometry.
are you talking about?
This is
You wanna talk about what,
this is an
congruent triangles
essential
now?
equation you use. Look, this is an
guy, you have
essential
no clue.
equation.
Oh, what?
need it.
A
It's called
squared
the
plus
Cauchy
B squared
equation.
equals C squared. What? The
No,
Pythagorean? What are you getting
look,
at?
let me so that what you just said is an exception when there is a 90 degrees, and because the cosine of 90 degrees is zero.
Okay, what's
so
that got
half
to do?
the
You know what? You're
equation
trying to
will
show your. Listen to me. You're trying to pretend that
be-
you know more than me.
I'm literally doing what my
What I'm
brother
saying to you
Waldau asked me
is,
for. That's it.
do you think that Muhammad knew how to even draw a triangle?
Yes, he knew
Hey,
how to draw a
stop
triangle.
insulting. 1 second. No, we don't allow this. Have a good day, my friend. No insulting.
This
We
guy
don't-
knows nothing about math, nothing about physics, and he says, "Oh, because I studied math and physics, I should not be a Muslim." What is this logic, man?
Yes, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he had a
Sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
stick. He had a stick in his hand. He was drawing on the ground for the people. So stop. You go better to just learn how to wash yourself, man. You say your God doesn't know before you go into toilet. Shame on you.